This was supposed to be our year. Our year to make memories. And finish strong. This was supposed to be our year. And right now, it doesn't feel like it. But it's not about what we've lost. It's about remembering what we've lived. And holding on to each other. Because this is still our year. Love y'all, class of 2020. Stay strong.
Good evening. I'd like to thank you all for being here tonight, as well as thank you for the opportunity I've had this year to serve as your student body president. Truly, it's been an honor. I wish you a happy graduation and the best of luck in your future endeavors. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Midway Marine Corps Junior ROTC. Gentlemen, please remove your hats and mortarboards for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
The ramifications of the global pandemic, we then immediately encountered the heavy impact of racial strife. We all need an opportunity to show our support and the unity for our students that are here this evening. I ask that in this moment, we all participate in a moment of silence. Please join me in prayer or reflect on the conditions of our country to which our graduates are entering. Please support the class of 2020 as one unified family. one Panther nation. Thank you. Now please join me for the playing of the national anthem.
I am honored to welcome our friends and family to the 2020 commencement for Midway High School. Students, take a moment to look around you and realize the tremendous, irreplaceable aid each of us have received from parents, family, teachers, counselors, and administrators who have given themselves for our success. Parents, family, friends, take a moment to commemorate the tests taken, games fought, debates won, and countless other unnamed, unknown accomplishments and achievements of this class. Please let me ask for your help with today's ceremony. In respect for our graduates and their families, please silence your cell phones and do not use any air horns. Our graduates' names will be called at a pace of one name per every 6 seconds. So let me ask you to cheer loudly for your graduate, but also quickly. This will allow the student whose name follows your student's name to be heard by their family members. Here we begin a new chapter, and we welcome you who celebrate in the first step of this grand journey.
As a tiny child, I had you At this time, I would like to introduce Dr. George Kazanis, Superintendent of Midway Independent School District, Dr. Aaron Pena, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Mary Lou Glazman, Assistant Superintendent for Human Resources, Mr. Wesley Brooks, Assistant Superintendent for Finance, and Dr. Jeannie Johnson, Assistant Superintendent for Administrative Services. Members of our Board of Trustees are Mr. Pete Russick, President, Mr. Tom Pagel, Vice President, Mrs. Susan Vick, Secretary, Mr. Brad Alford, Dr. Andrew Popejoy, Mr. Rick Tullis, and Mrs. Pam Watts. I would also like to give special recognition to Mrs. Allison Smith, Principal of Midway High School, Mr. Jess Wheeler, Associate Principal, and Assistant Principals Mrs. Laura Sims, Mr. Walter Smith, Mrs. Andrea Lale, Dr. Kim Mushawek, and Mr. Chris Aberline. I would also like to recognize the Midway High School counselors, Mrs. Stacy Lathern, Mrs. Kara Fisher, Mrs. Vanessa Gibson, Mrs. Quenisha Johnson, Mrs. Carrie Shelton, Mrs. Melissa Kemp, Mrs. Kim Booth, Mrs. Ebony Stewart, and Mrs. Kim Coker. Welcome, and thank you for sharing our special day.
Good evening, Class of 2020. I am honored to be standing here today. Class of 2020, this is the last time that we will all be gathered in the same place. In approximately 2 hours, we will all be taking pictures as graduates with our families and our friends. Pictures that will forever serve as our memories of this fun and exciting day. As we prepare to leave, let us take a moment to remember what Midway has given us. From the custodians to the administrators and everyone in between, these people have spent their lives in dedication to us and our future successes. Graduates and guests, please join me in thanking them for all they have done.
Thank you, teachers.
Lastly, parents, families, and friends. It is incredible and humbling to see how many of you are here today. On behalf of the Class of 2020, I want to offer a sincere thank you for being here and for helping us on our journey to graduation today, as well as our tomorrows. Thank you.
The Midway High School valedictorian with a GPA of 110.6457 is Amelia Workentine. Amelia is the daughter of Brian and Angie Workentine of Hewitt. She is a National Merit Scholarship winner, National Hispanic Scholar, National AP Scholar, and has earned a perfect score on her ACT and highest score possible on all of her 11 AP tests. She has also earned honors from Midway Teacher Recognition Awards, Midway Panther Pride Awards, and the National Spanish Exam. Amelia is an officer of the Midway Spanish Club and is also involved with the Midway High School National Honor Society, volunteering also at the Hewitt Public Library and Baylor Scott and White Hillcrest, and assistant teaching at Kumon of Waco. She has accepted a summer work position as a lab assistant at a Baylor University Nano-Optics Laboratory this summer. Upon graduation, she plans to study physics or mathematics at Rice University. I also would like to add one quick thing. In the history of Midway High School, Amelia has the highest GPA ever. So please join me in congratulating her. With a GPA of 109.5605, the Class of 2020 salutatorian is Ivy Coe, daughter of Yunsuk and Judy Coe of Woodway. Ivy is a UIL cross-examination debate state top speaker silver gavel recipient, two-time TFA cross-examination state qualifier, National Merit Commended Scholar, National AP Scholar, National Spanish Exam medalist, UIL Solo and Ensemble State Division I medalist, and voted most likely to succeed by her peers. Her accomplishments are accompanied by leadership roles as varsity speech and debate team captain, Spanish club vice president, student council officer, symphony orchestra concertmaster, and president of Music for Heroes at the Doris Miller Veterans Affairs Medical Center. Ivy's volunteer activities have earned her recognition as a National Congressional Award Silver Medalist and a 4-year Spirit of Midway Award recipient for her work with the Hewitt Public Library and Providence Hospital. Ivy plans to study biochemistry and pre-medicine at Brown University.
Good evening, administrators, school board, teachers, friends, and family. I would like to thank you all for being here today and for all the support you have shown our class and school district. At the beginning of the semester, Mrs. Betsy Berry told my English class that this time of year would be filled with many lasts. And while it certainly was, it was also full of many unanticipated firsts. First extended break, first take-home exams, first socially distant graduation ceremony in Panther Stadium, the first ever in Midway history. Although we once stressed over absences and final exam exemptions, our past worries became obsolete as we eventually learned from home full time. Sometimes it feels as though the last 12 weeks of my senior year was just an absurd daydream from which I could awaken at any moment to head back to school after spring break. Senior year was supposed to be the known calm before our uncharted futures began. We expected to finish our senior year groaning through the last few weeks of classes and enjoying events like elementary reunions, final concerts, sports competitions, and prom. High School Musical lied. Our senior year was not like that at all. Now more than ever, we are reminded that the future is not a guaranteed series of events. Like Billy Loomis from the cult classic movie Scream said, life is all one great big movie, only you can't pick your genre. All we can do is to continue to be flexible and comfortable with change. It is important to remember that the coronavirus does not define our class. Rather, it is defined by the years we have spent together. Everyone's experience was different. For some of us, lunchtime with friends was the highlight of our day, while others preferred contemplative solitude. Some of us enjoyed class discussions, while others preferred learning outside of the classroom, and some of us enjoyed mixtures of both. Though it is impossible to generalize the class of 2020, we are defined by the collective experiences that brought joy to us and those around us. Our class is unique in that our paths have already started diverging. Except for online assignments, we have, in practice, been graduated for over 2 months. Although we can never get back what we have lost, we must continue to look to the future and enjoy this last chance we have to be together as a class. The first time I stepped into Midway High School, I felt alone and intimidated. I did not know a single person, and I felt like an outsider looking in. However, I soon started to find my place in the Midway community with the help of my teachers and peers, for whom I will always be thankful. Although we will soon start to adopt new aspects to our identities, a part of us will always be a Midway Panther. Congratulations, class of 2020. May our journeys, however unclear in the present, be full of promise in the future.
Thank you, parents, family, friends, and honored guests for joining us this evening for the celebration of 13 years of hard work by the students seated on this field. The class of 2020 is definitely one for the history books. Many people have always heard that 2020 vision is perfect vision. Well, to be completely accurate, it is more about clarity and sharpness of your vision. The class of 2020 has had everything but clarity this year. The most interesting thing about the class of 2020 is their amazing perseverance. From the day they were born as post 9/11 babies to this final year of their high school career, these students have been dedicated and persisted through tough times, and they are here today to move forward with passion, prepared to accomplish great things. These graduates are leaving Midway High School equipped for the next challenge, whether that be college, career, or military service. These fine young men and women have diligently worked through their coursework and participated in multiple activities throughout their time at Midway. Many of their extracurricular activities were cut short this year, honestly, about 10 weeks short, to be exact. These students walked out of the building on March the 6th, not realizing they would not return to their normal classes. These students engaged in the online learning program and finished their final few weeks as an MHS student, all while being quarantined during a global pandemic. Parents, family, and friends, you should be very proud of the young men and women that sit before you today. I have enjoyed watching them grow to become strong young adults that are ready to take on the world. It has been a blessing to serve as the principal at Midway High School with such amazing students. To the students of the class of 2020, as you move forward to the next phase in life, I hope you find the 2020 vision, the clarity, and the sharpness to your future. Never sell yourself short and always continue to persevere no matter what obstacles are in front of you. It has been my pleasure to serve as your principal. Will the class of 2020 please stand? Dr. Kazanis, the Midway High School senior class of 2020 has successfully finished the course of study for graduation as set forth by the Texas Education Agency and the Midway Independent School District Board of Trustees. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Midway High School, I recommend they be awarded their diplomas and confirmed as graduates. Students, at this time, if you'll move your tassel from the right to the left.
Thank you, Ms. Smith. It is my distinct honor and pleasure to accept, on behalf of the Midway Independent School District Board of Trustees and Administration, your recommendation that these students, having fulfilled the requirements as set forth in state and district guidelines, be awarded their diplomas as graduates of Midway High School. Good evening, class of 2020. You made it. After all the trials and tribulations of the spring semester, here we are in beautiful Panther Stadium celebrating you and your completion of all the requirements of your high school diploma. What you may not realize each year during our graduation ceremony is that the diplomas on display are actually just diploma covers. But isn't it interesting to see something beautifully made, precious to hold and display, seemingly customized to mark a commemorative moment, and to find out that the inside is not what you expected? Something feels like it is missing. The last third of this school year felt just the same way, didn't it? Like the diploma cover, the year was well planned, honed to perfection, and full of anticipation of a special time when we all could commemorate and celebrate your accomplishments and journey to the next chapter of your lives. It seems like that highly anticipated piece of paper that goes inside the diploma cover is a treasure certainly worth working for. Isn't it ironic, however, that the surprise of an empty cover or a canceled spring semester can hold magic inside? Initially, school closures rocked us a little bit. Things and events we were expecting to occur one by one were canceled due to the coronavirus. Especially hit hard was you, the class of 2020. However, I don't know that I've ever seen a student body more worth celebrating than you because of what I witnessed in you, the courage, the perseverance, and the grace in which you finished your Midway education career. I don't know that I've ever seen a community, a family of teachers, students, and parents pull together so strongly to finish this year, to bend over backwards to celebrate each other, and to honor the unforgotten events that should have been. It became apparent that our schools are truly the heartbeat of our community. What magic ignited between our teachers and their beloved students? Our stellar staff changed their jobs overnight. The forethought of our Board of Trustees and administrators paid off due to our one-to-one initiative that was already in place. Few other schools already had the equipment to educate from home, much less all of the infrastructure, the accounts, the training to handle all of it. Our students and faculty coordinated in sync to finish the semester with authentic learning, also bringing dedicated, caring parents to the table, and often literally to the family dining room table to help administer the daily education of their children. Therefore, I see the inside of the diploma cover in a way that I see an open book come to life. You cannot judge a book by its cover. We were all wrong to think that this year would look like all the rest we have experienced. Midway seniors, the magic of this school year has been written by your actions. The beauty of your book of life will be as well. My hope for you is that whatever your future holds, you approach it with as much courage, perseverance, and grace as you have your senior year. You are a class like no other. You will always be remembered as the COVID-19 kids, but more importantly, however, I believe all of you will take this experience and accomplish more than you ever thought possible because you made it through such an uncertain and unprecedented times in our human history. You will spread your magic one step at a time. So congratulations. I am so proud of and for you.
So students, the time you've been waiting for, we're going to award diplomas. So if I can get the first row to stand, and we'll be moving to your right. And first, I'm going to start with the valedictorian and the salutatorian.
The valedictorian for the class of 2020, Amelia Ann Workentine. The salutatorian for the class of 2020, Ivy Lee Coe. Kirsten Olivia Absher. Madison Danielle Absher. Alden David Abshire. Halima Aluakemi Adini Ragoon. Gabriela May Aguero. Alejandro Roberto Aguero. I mess it up. Alexis Alvarado Aguilar. Waverly Jade Almond. Laith Mohammed Alterabishi. Alex Justice Alvalo. Brooke Summer Amity. Cameron Scott Anderson. Erica Crystal Arenas. Marilise Santiago. Kanan Ali Solomon Attaway. Hayden Matthew Avila Castillo. Jordan Marie Baker. Shane Dupree Balchick. Colton Ross Barden. Chloe Isabella Barnett. Addison Marie Barnett. Thomas Michael Barnhill. Andrew Nathaniel Barrera. Catherine Reed Bartz. Olivia May Bates. Julia Parker Beck. McKenna Lee Becker. Emma K. Bell. Eric Damon Benavides Jr. Stephen K.J. Bender. Madison Isabel Bennett. Akelon Kyle Benson. Emmanuel Stephen Benson. Jason Malik Benson. Jackson D. Berry. Jessica Karis Best. Fabiola Marie Betancourt Torres. Sophia Margaret Bieberdorf. Zoe Kaya Bishop. Daniel Bojorquez. Bryce Patrick Boland. Emily Louise Bolts. Roby Isaac Booth. Briley Ann Bottoms. Ainsley Lynn Bowden. Olivia Renee Boykins. Carson Raymond Bravo. Brian Luke Bray Warner. Caitlin Seacrest Brennan. Angelica Bretado. Abigail Rayana Brewer. Aaliyah Madison Brewster. Adria Rianne Bridgewater. Jacob Lee Bright. Jacob Merritt Brooks. Jaden Lauren Joshua Brown. Lauren Alexis Brown. Samantha Lee Brown. Zachary Griffin Brown. Bailey Bess Bryant. Gracie Elizabeth Berg. Owen Hugh Burris. Avery Nicole Burrows. Kayla Marie Bush. Vanessa Lynn Butler. Danielle Nicole Byers. Jordan Allen Byers. Carson Aaron Bird. Nayeli Ferretes Calderon. Castadera Calhoun III. Caleb Jabez Camacho. Lauren Elaine Canham. Carlos Alejandro Capistran. Nico William Alex Carbonara. Jason Michael Carroll. Ashley Castanon. Christy Michelle Castellan. Andrew Freeman Cates. Nicholas Evan Chancellor. Mackenzie Elizabeth Cherry. Bailey Sinclair Childs. Catherine Grace Christian. Alasia Nicole Clark. Tatiana Lene Clark. Benjamin Glenn Clarkson. Richard Edward Kofer III. Kenneth Wayne Cole Jr. Jillian Grace Cook. Madeline Ray Corden. Allison Michelle Corley. Joshua Stephan Cortines. Jack Bolton Corwin. Taylor Renee Crawford. Abigail Leanne Jane Creamer. Alexander James Crump. Michael Augusto Cuenca. Braxton Jace DiAugustino. Portia Evangelina D'Alessio. Alan Michael Daly. Sung Fung Dao. James Wesley Davenport. Avery Noel Davis. Caleb Avery Davis. Emily K. Davis. Haley Nicole Davis. Taylor Shemaine Davis. William Michael Davis. Luke Tyler Davey. Michael Emilio Del Bosque. Michaela Danielle Dennis. Hannah Elizabeth Densman. Mara Ray Dvorsky. Francisco Chafet Diaz. Jose Thomas Diaz. Luis Angel Diaz. Margarito Diaz Jaimes. Trina Tran Nop Deep. Paul Joseph Dittman. Isabella Marie Dominguez. Sierra Nicole Dooley. Dax Trevor Duncan. Shamaria Soraya Duncan. Tristan Landry Duncan. Marcus Lloyd Dunford. Caleb Zion Dunn. Jamelanie Diane Durr. Agnes Dutter. Cassie Dawn Dwyer. Avery Chase Elam. Jalen Tyree Elliott. Juliana May Elliott. Braden Charles Inslee. Amy Fernanda Enriquez. Mara Graciela Enriquez. Jacqueline Araceli Escobar. God's gift, Ezedinma. Alyssa Marie Feltz. Alyssa Julianne Felton. Kirsty Lynn Ferguson. Thomas Malcolm Ferreter. Nelson Noah Fields. Kenneth Kabara Filos. Riley Faith Menchaca Furman. Austin Nicole Fisher. Connor Alexander Fisher. Haley Deanne Fisher. Aaron Charles Flores. Manuel Decree Flores. Caleb Devon Kelly Fontenot. Rebecca Marie Forbes. Daniel Garrett Ford. Ava Catherine Fossum. Catherine Elizabeth Fraley. Megan Elizabeth Franks. Peyton James Fry. Cannon Jacob Gaynor. Danielle Ashley Gaines. Garrison Deerenwater Gaines. Oscar Angel Gallardo. Leonardo Galvin. Malia Jade Garcia. Mark Anthony Garcia. Natalia Elizabeth Garcia. Noel Robert Garcia. Wyatt Lane Guerin. Elijah Van Garvin. Brandon Isaiah Garza. Hannah Rose Gentry. Hannah Lynn German. Brianna Nicole Gibson. Megan Nicole Gibson. Donna Gail Gilbert. Paul Scott Gilbert. Taylor Marie Gilbert. Megan Nicole Gill. Wesley Wyatt Glass. Isabel Grace Glasson. Kaylee Rebecca Glick. Tyler K. Gongora. Angelina Marie Gonzalez. Christopher Edward Gonzalez, Jr. Christian Angel Gonzalez. Carlos Eduardo Gonzalez Sanchez. Lorena Sofia Gonzalez Zeno. Russell Hunter Dakota Goodwin. John Hall Gurrell II. Dylan Blaine Goss. Bailey Renee Googe. David Bradley Granger. Austin Taylor Grant. Alex Damian Lee Gray. Rhett Thomas Groves. Elizabeth Grace Gully. Jackson Stephen Gully. Jalyn Tawan Gus. Linda Patricia Gutierrez. Caitlin Renee Gutierrez. Silvino Julian Gutierrez. Daniela Ana Guzman. Jaden Danica Guzman. Madison Ray Hadley. Justin Taylor Hagelstein. Georgia Grace Hamby. Jacob Dylan Hancock. Xavier William Harris. Zachary Ray Harsh. Harrison Thomas Ray Hartline. Sierra Ann Harvey. Carter Blake Henderson. Tyria Taishay Henry. Ella Grace Herman. Madeline Ray Husner. Jackson Caleb Higginbotham. Sherry Amore Hines. William Jonathan Hoekstra. Joseph Denny Hogans. Luke Xavier Horner. Sophie Louise Howard. Amanda Bailey Hudson, Kara Lane Hewlett, Dane Peyton Hunt, Daxon Payne Hunt, Duff Patrick Hunt, Emma Lauren Hunter, Justin Den Huynh, Michael Shane Irvine, Riley Christian Irwin, Audric Tracian Jackson, Courtney Michelle Jaime, Sydney Elizabeth James, Janina Francis Yarshesky, Kimberly Jimenez, Emma Linnea Jonican, William Marvin Jonican, Janae Mildred Johnson, Anna Lee Johnston, Tyler Alexis Johnston, Alexandria Brooke Jones, Carla Ann Jones, Samuel Grady Jones, Mason Rain Jernigan, Christina Susan Julian, Olivia Grace Kaminsky, Madeline Grace Kearney, Sophie Kathleen Kearney, Jonah Windsor Key, Nabiza Hahn, Alexander Thomas Corey, Devin Tyler Kilgo, William Luke Kilgore, Claire Marie King, Ethan Alexander Knorr, Kyle Raymond Kowalski, Logan Brent Kowalski, Michael Alexander Kunka, Kimberly Ann Lackey, Sydney No Lamb, Samuel Patrick Lampkin, James Paul Langerman, Olivia Hope Lapes, Reed Oliver Larson. Tigaboo Ross Larson. Amber Elizabeth Latimer. Victoria Alejandra Leal. Anna Christina Lee.
Dakota John Lee. Aaron Jacob Leonberger. Eileen Lerma. Case Andrew LaRoe. Holly Mae Lewis. Juliana Page Lewis. Isabel Lowe. Maddie Grace Lightsey. Hannah Rose Lilly. Gerard LaShawn London Jr. Jalen London. Jacoria Long. Callum Richard Bond Longenecker. Davian Hodson Lopez. David Adrian Lopez II. Jade Sky Lopez. Kendall Grace Lowe. George Rayford Mabry IV. Patricia Madalena Magalish Kusatka. Rashad Malik Maynor. Kyle Weston Majors. Jason Maldonado. Giovanni Joseph Manzo. Aldo Martin. Andrew Nicholas Martin. Alexis Martinez. Eliza Renee Martinez. Joey Martinez Jr. Jordan Jade Martinez. Michaela Lynn Martinez. Victor Martinez Gill. Daniel Martinez Nieves. Taylor James Mason. Zachary Allen Massey. Emily Diane Matthews. Colton Mitchell May. Emma Grace Maynard. Anna Jocelyn McBride. Mason Matt McCall. Francisca Marquez. Haley Michelle McDonald. Abigail Melissa McGoy. Hunter Taylor McRae. Anae Medina Ramirez. Mariah Nicole Mendoza. Paul Scott Micus. Matthew Allen Mifflin. Molly Elizabeth McCaska. David Connor Miller. Jemiah Kier Miller. Cullen Wade Miller. Mariah Delane Miller. Jason Tyler Milos. Debbie Clarine Kimura Mingo. Christopher Robert Mobley. Hunter Jace Menke. Ethan Eric Moore. Jamie Janelle Maria Moore. Genesis Lynn Moore. Michaela Isabella Moore. Olivia Moore. Shannon Rihanna Moore. Megan Rachel Moorhead. Emily Elise Morgan. Elena Renee Morrow. Carolyn Elizabeth Mosman. Mallory Lou Moskowitz. Michael John Mueller. Chloe Alexis Murray. Zacharias Murray. Logan Edson Mushwak. Laura Beth Nazario, Wesley Indago, Hannah Nicole Neal, Chastity Cherie Nern, Jacob Fredbud Negretti, Emma Malin Neal, Kaylin Mackenzie Neesmith, Shannon Gregory Newman, Wong Min Wen, Jason Wen, Christy Wen, Reagan Elizabeth Knoll, Mariah Nicole Ochoa, Tricia Octaviano, Caden Lane Odenbach, Kyla Christine Olivas, Brooke Lynn Olvera, Isaac Rain Ortiz II, Emily May Osborne, Aiden Thomas Ostland, Dylan Lars Ostland, Allison Marie Owen, Paige Elizabeth Owen, Rachel Maranatha Owen, Reagan Reed Owen, Logan Charles Pace, Hope Nicole Padilla, Angel Enrique Padilla Sanchez, Ashlyn Casey Page, Sydney Elizabeth Page, Andrew Clyde Palmeyer, Landon Monroe Page, Chance Allen Palmer, Brian Severiano Pantoja, Joshua Michael Parrish, Chelsea Parson, Brenda Peralta, Kimberly Perez, Ariana Perry, Nicholas Joseph Petrini. Trung Tin Pham. Daniel Andrew Phillips. Keeson Brent Phillips. Audrey Grace Pick. Jeremiah Lamont Pittman. Gracie Lynn Platt. Tristan Bo Polk. Casey Lee Pollard. Arturo Ponce Jr. Jaden Davion Porter. Daquan Deshaun Portis. Emily Ann Posey. Rachel Elizabeth Marie Powell. Morgan Lee Powers. Savannah Grace Price. Richard Caleb Pridemore. Zachary Jacob Pridemore. Noah Garner Rafalski. Ashley Karina Rajkumar. Ethan Rama. Jonah McGee Ramsey. Destiny Marie Randazzo. Kalia Randolph. Kenneth Christopher Rasco. Preston James Rex. Joseph Eddington Redfield. Tyler Wilson Reese. Katia Rakenna. Xavier Sebastian Reyes. Reese Lee Rhodes. McKenna Ann Richardson. Reagan Ridge. Ethan Cade Ringo. Desiree Rios. Chambliss Renee Robinson. Jasmine Angel Robinson. Elijah Rodriguez, Hunter Ray Rogers, Sarah Emily Roper, Annalise Emmeline Rose, William Tobin Ross, Heiston Hugh Daniel Rowe, Christopher Xavier Russ, Brett Daniel Russell, Victoria Salcedo Torres, Ryan Isaac Salinas, John Carlos Samote Taveras, Vincent Edward Sampson, Jr., Anita Ray Flores Sanchez, Jacob Christian Sanchez, Katie Scarlett Sanders, Ansha Sankla, Dylan Ray Salters, Alessandra Elaine Sayers, Catherine Carlisle Schmeltikoff, Anthony Keyshawn Scott, Darian Wayne Scott, Maya Scott, Lucas Shane Scruggs, Tatum Renee Scythe, Ayrton William Self, Musaddiq Sharif, Hayden Marcus Shaw, Caleb Alexander Shirey, Kyle Earl Schultz, Jordan Jamal Simmons, Hunter Christian Simon, Matthew Blake Singletary, Amaya Sonia Smith, Brett Connor Smith, Levi Dylan Smith, Vanessa Soriana, Ryan Michael Spivey, Namratha Sri Balarashu, Matthew James Stamey, Kiana Marlena Denise Starks. Austin Dean Stentz. Aaron James Stevens. Kara Beth Stogsdill. Ruby Jean Stone. Braden James Strauss. Michaela Nicole Stroud. Parker Nathaniel Strauss. Israel Suarez. Alyssa Rose Somerset. Sarah Elizabeth Swore. Joseph Thomas Sword. Trevor Douglas Taravella. Sadie Tarpley. Jonathan Daniel Taylor. Chloe Aiden Faith Taylor. Kyle Wayne Telg. Grace Elaine Terrell. Danielle Thomas. Kirstiana Elaine Thomas Strickland. Emily Nicole Thompson. Madison Ray Thompson. Princess Samantha Price Thompson. Natalie Paige Thorne. Isabella Nicole Tiemann. Jordan Scott Tyndall. Jemiah Shanice Tolliver. Samantha Lynn Torres. Sarah Elizabeth Toops. Sydney Ellen Toops. Rachel Christine Trout. Dejanay Trueheart. Emery Renee Twitty. Isabel Fallon Tyler. Shannon Marisol Tyler. Benjamin Tyler Ullman. Nikita Dirk Vanderheiden. Giselle Serena Varela. Micaiah Ariel Viewens. Sylvia K. Villagomez. Isabel Camille Villanueva. Bradley Thomas Vroman. Emma Grace Waxman. Ansley Hope Wagner. Carson Claire Walker. William Wesley Walker IV. Scott Walter. Ebony Joy Ward. Reagan Caroline Watkins. Megan Shea Watson. Elizabeth May Watts. Anna Weaver. Adia Kalila West. Chase Grayson Wetzel. Zane David Wetzel. Annabeth Kate Watley. Benjamin Lewis White. Laura Ashley White. Diana Nadine White. Takira Elizabeth Luttrell Whitehead. Bailey Nicole Whitney. Braden Matthew Wickwire. Emma Jillian Wilkinson. Colby Johnson Williams. Maya Williams. Stephanie Nicole Witzel. Courtney Ann Witt. Natalie Rose Wykovics. Roman Yepes Jr. Aiden Allen Young. Austin Kirk Young. Alexis Christine Zambrano. Carol Zhang.
Good evening, honored guests and graduates of the class of 2020. This is the final moment. I stand here today with immense gratitude for the circumstances we have endured and the people that we have become. Friends, I ask that you take in your surroundings right now. Look at those around you, your peers and teachers on the field, the administration on the stage, and your families up in the stands. Simply look around and take it all in. These are the people that have supported us every step of the way and made this final day possible. We go out into the world with confidence and readiness because of the efforts of those around us. So thank you to the teachers, counselors, administration, staff, and families for your constant support and the many lessons you have taught us, for we will carry these for a lifetime. On the behalf of the class of 2020, we are forever grateful. I know that our senior year is definitely not what any of us expected. We missed out on some of the most special moments in high school, but I guess that's just how life is sometimes. The future is unpredictable, daunting, but exciting. There will be many challenges in the road ahead of us, but how we overcome these struggles is up to us. I'm confident that we will be victorious because this class is one of true resilience. In any and all instances, we strive for the light at the end of the tunnel. At times like this year, when there seems to be no light, we realize that we are the light. We are a class with unbeatable talent, spirit, and potential. We are a class that rises above and beyond our circumstances, lives with purpose, and achieves our wildest dreams. Today is merely a testament to our perseverance and commitment to excellence. Now may we take these collective experiences and go out into the world, not merely surviving in it, but rather changing the world for the better. It truly does not matter where we are or what we will do, because we are a class destined for greatness. So seize every opportunity presented to you, live without fear of the future, and always stay true to yourself. The future is up to us. The future is up to you. So I encourage you to take the lessons learned, relationships forged, and memories made in order to carve your very own future. To put it simple, Chance the Rapper said it best. This is all we got, so we might as well give it all we got. This is the final moment, our final goodbye. When we leave this stadium for the very last time tonight and begin the very next chapter of our lives, remember the joy and excitement of this moment. The best is truly yet to come. Congratulations, class of 2020, Midway High forever.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos of memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. Something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Congratulations, Midway High School, class of 2020. Thank you for attending Midway High School's graduation this evening. Students, if y'all will be dismissed from the back row toward the front row, please, parents, wait for them to come to the stands. No parents on the field, please. Thank you and congratulations to the graduates of 2020.